Hi, Sagittarius. I'm so excited to do this reading for you. I actually just got a new tarot deck because I don't have self-control. So I got a new deck, and of course I'm going to use it for your reading because why not? Sagittarius, you're open to new things, man. I mean, why not? Why not do it for you guys? So, if you're interested, I got the Tarot Mucha Tarot. I love this deck, man. It's so gorgeous. I was like looking through it, and it's literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I love that it doesn't stray too far from the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. Like, the imagery is very similar. I mean, the style is different, but the overall images, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense, are very similar to the Rider-Waite. So if you want something similar to the Rider-Waite, but you don't really know where to look, I would really suggest this deck because it's gorgeous. So, we're going to be working on Venus retrograde for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have any of those placements, this will probably resonate with you, and if not, then check out your other placements, the videos for the other placements, and see how that works out for you. I'm so excited. I love Sagittarius people. Oh, love you guys so much. Sagittarius is in my 8th house. So I feel very strongly for them, especially Sagittarius moons. Wow, I love them. They are the loves of my life. I had a best friend who was a Sagittarius moon, and our friendship was like, I really miss that person. I miss them a lot, but whatever. Let us see. All right, so Sagittarius for Venus retrograde. Venus goes retrograde. When does it go retrograde? October 5th. I'm trying to get all my videos up before then, but I probably won't, considering that I'm kind of busy this week, so I don't know. We'll see. What should I say before I get started? There was something I had to say to you guys. Leave a comment if you wanna. You can like the video. I would love it if you would share it to people and be like, hey, this white girl does tarot, and I kind of related to the video, so you should watch it too. And there you go. That's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be a good sign. So, okay. Sagittarius. Oh my god, I'm so excited to use this deck. Okay. Sagittarius for Venus retrograde transit. Okay. What should Sagittarius expect for Venus retrograde? October 2018 until, what is it, November 14th, 2018? Damn. Right after Venus goes direct, Mercury is going to go retrograde. Listen, the universe is out to get us. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. Okay, Sagittarius. What should Sagittarius expect for Venus retrograde? Maybe I should have done this earlier. Whatever. It's okay. Venus retrograde Sagittarius. One almost popped out. Okay. Okay, 2 cards. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. 3 cards fell out. Okay. So the one that fell face up was the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, this deck is so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, the World, and the 5 of Cups in reverse. Oh my god, I love this. Sagittarius, you are giving me life right now. Oh my god. Okay. 7 of Pentacles, the World, 5 of Cups in reverse. And then at the bottom of the deck, I have the Hierophant in reverse. Hierophant in reverse. And then after that, I have the King of Wands. Oh my god, I love this. This is so cute. Okay. I love this spread so much. I'm getting feels. Oh my, this is such good shit, dude. What the fuck? Sagittarius, you're living right now. Okay. So, Sag, I see that you are working towards some sort of completion. With the 7 of Pentacles, you are working towards something, and with the World right next to it, you are working towards some sort of end of a cycle or a completion of something. I kind of see it as you're writing. It's like you're writing a memoir, so to speak. Like you're writing a memoir, because of course you would write a memoir. And you finished a chapter in that memoir. And it's very fulfilling to you. And it just feels like, this is what you're meant to be doing. Like whatever you're doing right now, you're meant to be doing that. And I feel like before, you may have been overthinking it, or something from the past may have been holding you back, because now at the bottom of the deck, I have the 6 of Cups. So maybe something from the past was kind of holding you back from really moving forward. But I see now that you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it, man. Like, I have to. Like, oh man, this is such a good spread, bro. This is so good. I love this. I see that like you're breaking free, because I have the Hierophant in reverse, and I just feel like you're breaking free from whatever it is that you were trapped in. Because I normally don't associate the Hierophant with like good things. For me, the Hierophant has kind of a bad connotation, and I see it as restriction and limitation, and that because of that, I associate it a lot with Capricorn. So you might be dealing with a Capricorn, or you might have dealt with a Capricorn in the past that was trying to hold you back. And traditionally, the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, so you might even be dealing with a Taurus as well. I personally associate it more with Capricorn, because it's so like it's restrictive, it's limitation. At least to me, it is. It can also be stability and whatever, but in like tradition. But you, Sagittarius, you are not traditional. Like you're not about tradition. You're not about the conventions. You're not about the conventional. You're all about breaking free. And it's so funny, because the Hierophant, I mean, it's a religious figure, right? If you look at it in the upright position, it's a religious figure. And Sagittarius and Jupiter and in the 9th house, they have to do with religion and morals, like morality and shit like that. And it's philosophy and whatever, like higher knowledge, wisdom. So I feel like with the Hierophant in reverse, I just feel like that is, okay, I'm so sorry. I just feel like you're really like honing in on your abilities and on your skill, and your purpose. I feel like it feels like you have a clear vision of what your path is. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you're working towards, you're focusing on the little details. Because with the Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of like the process of watering a plant and watching it grow. It's kind of tedious work because it's not overnight progress. It's every single day you have to, first you have to plant the seeds, right? And whatever. You have to plant the seeds and then you start watering it. And it's not just a one-time thing, right? You have to water it every day and take care of it and nurture it. And if you really want to go far, you can like talk to it and like call it sweetie pie and shit. Like you can do that. And like slowly but surely the plant will it'll like, what the fuck is it called when it like first comes out of the dirt? You know what I'm talking about. Like you'll watch it grow its stem, right? And you'll see it grow and you'll continue watering it and nurturing it and calling it sweetie pie and and then eventually you'll see it bloom, right? And that's and that's kind of the form of it's like the culmination of all of that work that was being put in. So right now you're kind of focusing on the details, or you're working on the smaller things to build up to something bigger. Wow, I really love this. Like okay, I'm like getting too excited. With the world, you might be dealing with a fixed sign, so Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. You might be dealing with one of those. But I also see this like, oh my god, this is literally so beautiful. You're, like I already said this, but with the Seven of Pentacles and the world, you were working towards some sort of completion. And I feel like it's, oh man, I love this. I'm like fangirling. I'm so sorry. But it's just, you're finally seeing things. You're finally seeing the reality. Because with the Five of Cups in reverse, I am so sorry that the light is doing this to you. This is the upright, but with the Five of Cups, Five of Cups in reverse, you are finally seeing the brighter side of things. Because before, I kind of feel like maybe you weren't as optimistic as you would wanted to be. You weren't the optimistic person you normally are, or the way you people would think you to be. For whatever situation it is, maybe it's a relationship, a job, family matters, whatever that is. It feels like before you were kind of just maybe overthinking it, or just really in your own head about it and just not seeing the brighter side of things. You weren't seeing that the grass is greener on the other side. You were focusing on all of the dead grass, on all of the dead plants. You were focusing on the barren terrain when right next to you is literally like a lush tropical garden thing, whatever. But I feel like now you see that and you're working towards a better life. It feels like you're working towards enlightenment for something. You're working towards a better you're working towards wisdom. You're working towards you're breaking away from tradition and really honing in on your own skill and doing what you're passionate about, and you're willing to do all of the menial work, the small things, it's kind of like at an office job. I'm seeing someone interning or whatever, and they're doing like all of the little shit that no one else wants to do, like the filing papers or booking appointments, whatever the hell. They're doing all of the stuff that essentially is not seen as important. so that they can build up their skill and basically climb up the ladder, like the business ladder thing. You know what I'm talking about. They're doing that so that they can basically build a foundation for themselves and work and essentially attain what they're dreaming for. Whatever their dreaming is. Whatever they're dreaming for is, whatever that is. You're breaking free from your own mental restraints, I think, or your own mental restraints in the sense, well, not even mental, because it's not like logical. It's not logic that I'm thinking of. It's more emotions. It's like you're breaking free from the chains that you've wrapped around your heart, and you're really like putting your foot down. And I am so sorry that the light is so wonky. You're putting your foot down, and I have the King of Swords right next to the Hierophant in reverse, and that's telling me you're looking forward and you're taking action, but it's not reckless. You're confident in yourself. You're gaining confidence in your movement and your work and your passions or whatever. You're ruling your kingdom accordingly, and you're so passionate about it. You're passionately moving forward, I think. I love this so much. You're like, oh, I'm living Sagittarius. You're just giving me so much life right now. What the heck? Okay. Let's see. Venus retrograde for Sagittarius. Let's see what else. What else can we get here? Yeah, man. Like the King of Cups. The King of Wands just tells me that you're finally in a place where you're confident with where you're at and with where you're going. And you're not letting anyone hold you back. Like, I just see it as you have your eyes on the prize, and you will do anything to reach it, even if it means having to do all the boring work, all the work that, like, the minute, like, detail shit. You know, you're willing to work through all of that, because it means that you're finally going to be able to attain what you've always wanted. I just see you being free. Like you're man, I love this. Like you're working for some sort of completion. If I want to look at it a little differently, maybe you've been working for something and like, I don't know, I don't want to say that. Okay. Oh, 2 cards fell out. Okay. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, I have the Lovers, and like, I'm not even kidding. This is literally my favorite card, like my favorite depiction of the Lovers. Maybe you're dealing with a Gemini, or maybe you're falling in love. Or maybe the following cards do have to do. Okay, let me like, okay, so I have the 8 of Swords. Interesting. Wow, this is like, okay, interesting. And then I have the 6 of Wands in reverse. And then I have the 4 of Swords. Oh no. Okay, this is like maybe not so good. Okay. Man, this was going very well. What's going on, my dudes? Okay. So, let's see here. We have 7 and then an 8. And then we have a 4. Okay, so I have 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Well, the 6 of Wands is in reverse, but I have 6, 7, 8. Okay, so with the 8 of Swords and the 6 Six of Wands in reverse. I see that if you are dealing with something that has to do with your work or your career, I see that maybe you feel stuck, because I kind of associate the Six of Wands with career and work, and because of the fact that it reminds me of the 10th house. The 10th house is career, public recognition, social status, reputation. And that's basically what the Six of Wands is it's like fame, it's your status, it's reputation. So if you're dealing with things that have to do with your reputation or status or your career, I feel like for some reason you feel very stuck. However, with the Eight of Swords, it's self-imposed. So you feel like you're stuck at a job, but you're not really taking action to move from that job, to like look for something better. And I think it's because maybe you're overthinking. Here's the Four of Swords in reverse. So maybe you're overthinking about this, and you're kind of overthinking, what if I don't find a better job? What if this job doesn't accept me? What if I'm not qualified? Da 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 da. Like you're too much in your head. If this is a job thing, if this is a career thing. So you're overthinking and basically trapping yourself in this mental confinement. And with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's possible that you feel with the Eight of Swords and with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's possible that you feel stuck at your job because you're not being acknowledged for all of the work that you're putting in. You're not being acknowledged for all of the small details that you're with the Seven of Pentacles that I have here. Ooh, okay, so, okay, so if this is a job thing, you feel stuck and you're overthinking about getting a new job or whatever, and you feel stuck in this job because you're not being recognized for all of the work that you're putting in, especially because all of that work is like the small details that no one else pays attention to. Like you're doing the menial, is that even a word? The menial things, like just like the small little things, like an intern or a secretary shit, like something like that. You're working on the mundane things, right? On the little details that no one cares to work on. Like the boring shit, basically. Like you're putting in so much work into the boring shit, and you're not being recognized for that. No one is appreciating you for all of the shit that you're doing. Because basically, I mean, people, if I'm gonna think of it from like a corporate business kind of thing, the people at the bottom, the secretaries, the interns, whatever the fuck, whoever, I don't know how business works, I don't know who else is down there, but whoever is at the bottom, even though they have such low status, they keep everything running smoothly. I mean, they're the ones that take the calls, they're the ones that file the papers that no one else wants to file, they're the ones that book appointments, they're the ones that organize everything for everyone else, they organize shit for the higher ups. I mean, like, they keep the ball rolling. Without them, the business would basically just go, like, it would die, you know? Like, we need these people to do the small shit that we don't want to do. So you're not being acknowledged, you're not being appreciated for the small shit that you're doing. And even if this isn't a job thing, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a friendship that you're dealing with, like a situation where you feel like you're not being recognized for all of the work that you're being put in. Like if it's a relationship, you feel stuck in this relationship because you're not being recognized for all the effort that you're putting in, right? It's an unequal balance of effort. And with the Lovers, that does tell me, like, some of you could be in a relationship where you're not happy because, like I keep saying, because you're not being acknowledged, you're not being recognized for all the shit that you're doing. So you feel stuck and you're like overthinking, like, do I want to end things? Do I want to stay? Is it really worth staying? What if I stay longer? Maybe they'll change, whatever. But with the World, there is a completion of a cycle. Either way, there's going to be a completion of a cycle. So it can be, if it's a job thing, maybe you're quitting. Maybe there's some sort of a new beginning elsewhere for you. If it's a relationship, maybe you're breaking up. I mean, I don't want to, I hate saying that, but maybe you're breaking up or whatever. But I see kind of, it's even possible that your emotions kind of go full circle. You kind of go through all of the phases of feeling frustrated and like going through this whole like emotional cycle, this emotional process, and then finally reaching a completion to that emotional process, and then finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Because this is completion, and then the Five of Cups in reverse is, I keep thinking the word enlightenment. I keep thinking enlightenment. So it's like things finally make sense. Things finally are making sense to you, and once things finally make sense, and once you see the reality of the situation and the situation for what it is, you'll break free from that if that's no longer what you want. You will break free from trying to impress someone or trying to live up to societal standards, live up to the standards at your job, live up to the standards of the relationship that might not be working out. Like, it's like you're done working for something that essentially isn't benefiting you at all. And it's, I see like an intern, or not an intern, but I see like one of the underdogs at a corporate business kind of becoming so frustrated and kind of having an epiphany and realizing that the CEOs, the higher ups, need him to keep the business running. So it's like they kind of just have that epiphany. Their emotions go through that full circle, and they're like, you know what? Why don't you do it? Like, why don't you file the papers? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You do it since I'm not doing a good job. Since I am clearly not meeting your standards, you do it then. And then the CEO kind of like realizes like, oh shit, like I fucked up. And I see it, like, I just see it as a break free moment. Yeah, okay, I'm like way too excited over this. Okay, I have justice. Or not justice. Wait, yes, justice. Yeah, justice. So, you might be dealing with Libra. It's also Libra season. So, that could be it. Also, things will finally be made even, and whoever is taking advantage of you or not acknowledging you for your hard work and not acknowledging you for all of the effort that you've put in to the work, to a relationship, to a friendship, to a business partnership, like whatever it is, who whoever it is that is taking advantage of you, or whatever situation just isn't fair to you, that isn't, it's just not, there's an imbalance of a power, like a power struggle, there will be karma. And what goes around comes around, basically. And if someone has a guilty conscience, and if they know that they fucked up, then it's inevitable that they face the consequences of their actions, basically. So I kind of see this as, you're breaking free, you're getting your just desserts, you're getting what you deserve, you're finally being acknowledged, you're basically putting your foot down, and the other person, if it is a person that you're dealing with, deals with the consequences of what they did. And then I have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So change is on the other side of the bridge, basically. I kind of see that it's, so the way that I'm kind of picturing it now is, you, Sag, we're standing on one side of a bridge, and it's at the very, very, very top of like a mountain or a canyon or whatever. And this bridge is like ugly, like it's about to break down, like it is raggedy. Like there were a few missing, what's it called? What is that thing called? Like a wooden bridge. Okay, do you know the bridge from Shrek? And like Donkey and Shrek had to like cross that bridge to save Princess Fiona. That's the bridge that I'm talking about, okay? It was raggedy, it was ugly, it was about to break. Like, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So you're on the other, listen. I'm just gonna make this a whole metaphor for Shrek, okay? You're essentially at the top of a volcano. At the top of a volcano, right? There's lava under you. You're at one side of the bridge. You're at the beginning. And you're overthinking it. You're essentially donkey. You're essentially donkey right now. And you're like, I don't know, man. This seems a little dangerous. Why don't we just go back? We'll find another way around. And it's kind of like, you were there. You were overthinking. You were stuck in this Eight of Swords energy, right? You were overthinking it, and you were like, I don't know if I want to move forward with this, whatever. But then you kind of came to that realization. You had that epiphany, the epiphany that I'm seeing here. You were like enlightened, so to speak. And you kind of broke free from your fear, from your mental confinement. Because these two cards I see as mental confinement. You were freeing yourself from the chains in which you trapped yourself. And you're breaking free. And you're finally moving confidently. You're moving confidently, and you're moving with gusto. And that shift, or no, that shift in energy, and the fact that you are able to basically move across that bridge, like go down that bridge, even if it's raggedy, even if it's missing like a few wooden pieces, and even if it's very unstable and the moving side to side, and eventually it might even break, but then you make it to the other side one way or another. You make it to the other side. And I feel like once you reach that other side, there is the possibility of great changes, or even the bridge itself is the great change, right? That shift in mentality is that sudden change. Or it could be the fact that you're walking across the bridge and then it just snaps like it does in Shrek. It just breaks down. So that's the sudden change. You are walking along and you're kind of scared, but you're still going for it, and you're still like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna chase after what I want and whatever. And then the bridge snaps and you have to rush to the other side. There's that sudden change. You have to, what is this? The Knight of, no, I'm not even gonna, because that doesn't fit my narrative right now. I'm like on a roll. That sudden change gives you that final burst of confidence so that you can make it to the other side. Or when you do make it to the other side, you see a completely different world. It's kind of like you left behind a barren terrain for new life, for something that is fruitful and lavish and the thing that you're passionate about. You are going to once the sudden change is made, once you cross that bridge, because to me, like, the bridge is kind of, it serves as a means of transformation. It's like when you started on that bridge, you were one person, and then when you reached the other side, you were completely different. So the journey to the other side of the bridge was basically what changed you. It changed your morals, your values, what you valued in the beginning may be different from what you value now. And that fits in perfectly with Venus retrograde. The journey, Venus retrograde, transforms what you value, what you find to give you security, what you love, who you love, what you're willing to tolerate in love or in partnerships, friendships, whatever it is. That journey transforms you. And once you're on the other side, you finally see, okay, I want this, and I want this. And you are able to manifest that for yourself, because essentially you're given a new beginning. You have the opportunity, you have the opportunity to have a new beginning. Oh, I love this. This is so great. First of all, these cards are gorgeous. I'm like in love, so I'm so happy to do this with you, Sag. But also, I feel like this Venus retrograde really is. Oh man, I just see it as really understanding yourself and re-attaining your core values or traits or whatever, realizing that you are not meant to be tied down to anything. I mean, Sagittarius is freedom. It's literally, the 9th house literally represents foreign lands. It represents wisdom, philosophy, morality, higher knowledge, higher thinking. It is so expansive. You are such an expansive sign, Sagittarius, and you just can't be held back by mundane things. You can't be held back by a 9 to 5. You can't be held back by by a relationship that just doesn't make you happy. And I just see that as you're taking back your power. Ooh, yeah, this is the devil. Also, I love, this is literally my favorite. I keep on saying this about every card, but the devil in this deck really, she just really speaks to me, okay? So I just see, like, with the devil, you felt stuck, right? You were feeling so stuck. And it was probably by addictions or temptations or desires or the promise of, it's kind of, I don't remember the name of the movie. I think it's called The Devil Wears Prada. Or, no, Bedazzled? Is it Bedazzled? I don't remember. But anyways, the movie was about this guy who was like crushing on this girl or whatever the fuck. Was he crushing on a girl? I don't remember. But basically, the devil like was like, I'll give you 3 wishes if you give me your soul. And he was like, okay, I'll do that. And like, I think his like first 2 wishes were like shitty and stupid and like very vain. And it was him giving into his superficial desires. And then like later in the movie he realizes that like I did this all for nothing, whatever. And, you know, eventually wins over the girl that he wanted, whatever. So it's like, why are you selling your soul for mundane things? Why are you selling your soul for something that you're not even going to be acknowledged for? Like, why? Like, why do that? You're so expansive. You're so knowledgeable. You have so much potential to do what you want. Why would you sell your soul for things that essentially would never even matter later on in life? And it wouldn't serve you any purpose. So after the devil at the bottom of the deck, I have Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune and the 6 of Swords. Like, this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. You have a new beginning coming for you if you want to work for it. You are promised, you are finally, how do I say this? You are finally given the promise of what the devil never gave you. Because the devil can promise you anything. It can promise you anything that you want. But not really. Because it's all superficial. It's all mundane things. The Ace of Wands actually goes through with the promise and gives you more than just the mundane. It gives you so much opportunity. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you are fated. It is fated for you to have this new beginning, to attain what you were meant to attain. 6 of Swords, you are moving on. You're moving on from whatever wasn't serving you in the past. From one, you're moving on from this energy. You're moving on from this energy. You're moving on from this shit. You're moving on from not feeling, you're moving on from not feeling appreciated. And you're off to new things. You're moving on to this. You're moving on to this Ace of Wands energy. And it's all meant to happen. So, final outcome. This video is so long. I am so sorry, but I just got very excited. So, final outcome for Sagittarius during this Venus retrograde. Final outcome for Sagittarius, Venus retrograde. Okay, did I already say this? But you might be dealing with Libra with that Justice card. The Tower, you might be dealing with a Scorpio. And like I said, you might be dealing with a fixed sign. the devil, you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Didn't I mention Capricorn before that? Oh yeah, I did. Wow, the two Capricorn cards. Well, Hierophant is Taurus, but I associate it with Capricorn. So, might be dealing with a Capricorn. Let's see. Final outcome for Sagittarius, Venus retrograde. Okay. These are too many cards, my friend. I'm just gonna, well, yeah, these are too many cards. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. I don't need 4 cards. No offense. Final outcome for Sagittarius. Okay. Listen, I don't need that many cards. Oh, my cards are falling out. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see if this works out this time. Sagittarius. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, I'll take that. We have the Two of Pentacles, so there is a decision that you have to make, right? The decision of whether you want to stay and be miserable in whatever situation that you're in, or if you want to move on to new things. If you want to reach this Ace of Wands energy. Do you want this, or do you want this? That's what I see. And then I have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And I see you making the decision to, I see many of you making the decision to use this. You're letting go of what doesn't serve you. Oh, interesting. Wait, you know what? Okay, some of you may be doing that. Some of you may be letting go of the shit that doesn't serve you. Others, the other half of you, are too scared to venture off. You're too scared to move away. So it's that decision of, do I want to move forward, or do I want to stay where I am? Even if it means being stagnant. So that's what I see here. The decision of staying or leaving. Staying or letting go. So that's up to you, honestly. I can't make that decision for you. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the Star card. So there is hope. You know, you have your own light, basically. And it's ultimately your choice and up to you whether you want to use that light for something greater than what it's being used for now. And that's it. I'm done. This was almost an hour-long video. I apologize so deeply. But I hope you liked this video, Sag. If you did, I would love it if you could leave a like, a comment, and perhaps even share it with a buddy of yours. That would be great. Let's see. If this reading resonated with you, and if you wanted more insight for yourself and your personal life, I do private readings, and if you want one, you can order a personal reading on my Etsy. I will leave that linked below. If you simply want to donate, you can do that as well, and I will leave that linked below. Thanks, Sag, for listening to me ramble. I really hope this Venus retrograde treats you well. I love you. I adore you. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of kisses and lots of hugs. I think that's it. All right. I will see you November. Maybe I'll see you in November. Okay, I have to leave. Bye.